Y'all excuse the extremely wrinkled shirt. I was talking to a client today about the difficulties that following your instinct and how you're guided to go can be frustrating because you don't know why. You don't know why you feel something so strongly. You don't know why the same message keeps coming to you over and over again, whether that be through your dreams, just through an intuitive download, whether that be you coming across somebody and they saying something that triggers that thought all over again, whether it's scrolling on a social media app and the message comes through there too. It's like the message is following you. And it can be very difficult because you can just be like, but why though? But why? Okay, I'm gonna do this, but it's like it almost would make me feel better if I knew the why. Why are you pushing me to go in this direction? Why are you pushing me to make this decision? Why are you pushing me to act in this way? Why can't you just tell me so that way I'm aware of it? And the message I just heard is because you don't need to know. Because if you knew what God knew, it would probably really break you. You know what I mean? Like, you think you're hurting now because you have to move in a certain way. You have to do a certain thing that you're being guided to do. But if you knew the depths of what you're being protected from, it would be so much worse. And also, the message is you don't need to know because it's a distraction. We got you. Your ancestors, they got you. Your angels, they're fighting wars, in the unseen realms for you. God is orchestrating everything. So God wants you to focus on what you're supposed to be doing, not on the little petty message of, hey, I want you to turn left instead of turning right. You know what I mean? But it's like, but why? But why? But why? Why the fuck are you so concerned about the why? Just do what I'm telling you to do and keep moving on the path. We'll take care of what's going on in the background. You don't need to look behind you. You don't need to look back. Just stay moving forward. We got your back. We got your back, MC Cataract. All right? So try not to worry about the why of anything, okay? Just focus on being tuned in and tapped into yourself, so that way you trust yourself. You trust the messages you're getting. You trust the visions and the things that you're seeing, and you're trusting the feelings, and you're trusting your higher self. Be tapped in with your higher self so that your higher self is guiding you, is giving you the messages the way you need them, the way you'll understand them. And let God and let the universe and the cycles of life, let the ancestors, let all those other entities that got your back, let them do what they're supposed to do. But you keep on doing what your mission is, what your purpose is. And a message that came to me a week or two ago was, it's not personal, it's purposeful. It's not personal. Take yourself out of it. Are you a divine being? Are you a divine feminine? Are you a divine masculine? Are you a divine being? Are you part of God? Is God in you? Is Goddess in you? Is Source in you? Is it a part of you? Then you are divine, okay? So the divine, the parts of you that are divine, don't need to be worried about those things, because we're focused on the mission. We're focused on the purpose. We're not worried about the ego, the self, but why? I need to know why I need to do this. No, you don't. You don't need to know why. It's part of your purpose. It's a part of the mission. Focus on the mission, not on how it personally feels, not how it might personally feel to other people. That was always another thing where people would be like, it's not personal. And I used to be like, it is personal. It's not personal about you. It's personal. Me, I'm the person. You know what I mean? Like, if I need to move this way and do this, or I need to say this, whatever I did, however that impacts you or interacts with you, it's not personal. It's personal. Okay? And even if you want to take it all out and say, fuck all the persons, you know what I'm saying? It's not personal. It's not personal and it's not personal. It is purposeful. Okay? I hope that came out all right. I hope y'all feel me. All right. Peace. It's been interesting because the ancestors have been very loud, especially in the last few minutes behind. You don't need to worry about the why, we have it taken care of. So with Mars in retrograde right now, Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of war. And it's retrograde in Cancer, which is the first water sign, which is more of an emotional sign. It's just very important right now that we trust our intuition, Cancer, water, that we trust our intuition. We don't need to understand the why, okay? Information is coming through around conflicts that we might not have been aware of or we didn't really pick up on. And I feel like this retrograde is kind of unveiling in a way where there has been some friction, some conflict, almost subliminally. One of my favorite astrologers always says Cancer is the most gaslighted sign. I'm a Cancer rising, and I have dealt with a lot of gaslighting in my life, to the point where what you see now is only from spending a lot of time by myself, isolation, in my Cancer shell, to know who I am at my core. So when things are off, I can kind of go back in my shell and kind of hear things more clearly. So I feel like this Mars retrograde that we are experiencing right now is giving us a chance to see things that we might not have noticed before, not to act on it. Even though Cancer is a cardinal sign, cardinal action, Mars is also the planet of action. It is retrograde. It is not time to do anything. It is time to sit back. We do not want to add fuel to the fire of Mars, okay? We want to be calm, be patient, because we don't understand the why. And if you don't really trust your intuition, then you might not even be seeing things clearly, because there's still a lot of Pisces energy, and we are now North Node in Pisces. So there's just a lot of energy that is very unclear right now. But it is very important that you're tuned into yourself and that you know what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're hearing, and you don't act on it. You just watch and observe. Right now is the time to watch and observe, not to take action, okay? So the ancestors are saying loudly, you don't need to know the why. Listen to what you're receiving. Be quiet and listen. Observe your environment, Cancer, and let it unfold as it's going to unfold. The ancestors are taking care of you. They got your back, okay? You don't have to worry about harm coming to you. You are fine. You are safe. You are safe, okay? It is just for you to heighten your awareness and watch, okay? I hope that message gets to whoever it needs to get to. All right, peace. Damn, I'm back again. Okay, so when you have spiritual gifts, especially when you get to a certain level with them and you've been working with them for a while, sometimes it can be somewhat disappointing dealing with the outside world, because most people aren't as tapped in. They don't notice what you notice. They don't receive. They're not as connected as you might be connected. And so when you get to that point of you've been working with your gifts for some time, and I'm funny about the word mastery, because I'm like, do you ever really master anything? But when you get further along in mastery of your gifts and you understand the messages that you receive, you start to just embrace more solitude and isolation. And it's not against anybody. It's really to protect your own energy, to protect your own aura, to keep yourself as healthy as possible. Because when you're around other people, the messages do come in very loudly, very strongly. And a lot of the time, when you do have, when you're super tapped in and you have these abilities, most of the information that you receive is not to be shared. You get what you get because you're supposed to know it, but it's not to discuss it. And also, when you get to that point, you can't really fake it. So people can usually tell in your facial expressions or your energy that something has shifted. So in order to just keep yourself at peace and calm, you just learn to embrace the time alone, because the time alone is when you're most at peace, when you don't have to worry about, I mean, as you see, I'm still getting hella messages, but um, you're not getting signals and messages that are coming from the people that you're around. And especially when you're really attuned, it makes it extremely difficult to be around multiple people, like in crowded environments. I'm sure everybody's heard that, like, oh, I'm a highly sensitive person, I'm an empath, whatever. And so, like, we don't go to concerts, we don't go to, you know, places with a whole lot of vibrations because we're so sensitive to them. It's like our frequency is so dialed in. It's almost like nails on a chalkboard almost. Um, so yeah, just it's okay. It's just part of the journey. So yeah, it's okay. All right, it's a gift. It really is a gift. And you can get to the point where you feel like it's not a gift because you notice everything, you feel everything very deeply, you're hearing things. It can be exhausting, but it is a gift, and it's supposed to be used as such. And there's a reason that you have this gift, and there's a reason that you're being fine-tuned to be able to pick up on those subtleties, and so that you can use them in the way that has been placed on your soul to use them. So yeah, that was the next message. So that was my intuitive current. Okay.